Spirit Sports Consultants presents
The 2023 NFC Championship Game. You got a matchup between a team that's there all the time and a team that hasn't been there in about 30 years. Congratulations to the Lions for making it first NFC Championship Game appearance since 1991. The 91 season played in 92. Looking at the Lions at the 49ers, these two teams are remarkably similar. We're going to show you later the statistics and their tendencies, how balanced they are on both offense and defense. Everyone thinks the 49ers are a lot better. The numbers tell a different story. So let's look first at the Lions. Of course, we just mentioned it. This is their first championship game since the 1991 season was Barry Sanders. And I don't think this is any more of the SOL. This is not the same old Lions team, the team that would show up, fail in the playoffs. We like this Lions team. We'll talk about their defense in a little bit, getting some of their injured players back, Gardner Johnson. But the offense is really balanced. They run it, they pass it. We like them. So let's take a look at the 49ers, who we think are the best team in the NFC. They were probably definitely for the first 12 games. Again, balanced offense, running it, passing it. Christian McCaffrey is a big part of that. But in watching the Packers game, and we're not trying to offend anyone out there, we wonder if Brock Purdy is truly a Super Bowl quarterback. Watching a lot of these shows, they rank the playoff quarterbacks. He was near the bottom. And then what we saw against Green Bay, we think that Jordan Love outplayed him. It was a rainy day. Maybe that played into it, but we have concerns. Okay, now let's take a deep dive into the numbers and see how evenly matched these teams are. First, let's calculate what the line should be based on our formula. That is, offense scored, defense allowed, take the average. Looking at both of these, we're not going to give you the full formula here, but it does come out to 49ers by 7. And if you look at the opening line, you see 7 and 6.5. So the odds makers have that exactly right based on the formula that we've studied for the past. I'm not going to tell you how long. So now let's take a look at the civic statistics and see how close they are, as we alluded to. If you look at these numbers here, look at them. The first three are almost the exact same. Rush offense, pass offense, rush defense, within what, 5 yards each of them? That's how evenly matched these teams are. And also, we want to talk about that rush defense. See if the Lions allow only 88 yards per game going against a predominantly running team like the 49ers. We're going to talk about that later, but that's an advantage. Now, the number that should concern Lions fans is the pass defense, 247. That's a lot. It's one of the weaker units in the league. However, they've got C.J. Gardner-Johnson back, who is a big part of that defense, and also Brian Branch. So we think those numbers are a little bit skewed, and they might point to an improvement for the Lions. Now let's take a closer look at the rush defense numbers. I'm going to point out a difference. If you see here, the Lions and 49ers are really close, right? 88 to 89.7. Let's take a look at another column. Average yards per rush. 3.7, 4.1. That's almost a half yard advantage for the Lions. We think against the rush-heavy 49ers, that's an edge. Next, let's talk advantages on each side and then make our pick. So the 49ers, obviously, home field can't be overstated. That's a huge advantage. It's a big part of our system, what we look at when evaluating wins. We like that balanced offense. The defense is great. They've improved since the start of the season by adding Chase Young. What do the Lions have? Well, they're coming back. They're getting Gardner Johnson back from injury. Pass defense has showed improvement. Jared Goff looks great. And then for them to be a road team, indoors team, it's a disadvantage to be outside, but not in San Francisco good weather. Provided it doesn't rain like it did last week, the home field advantage is not as big. Updating this for Thursday, the forecast for both Saturday and Sunday for this weekend is sunny and around 72, 73 degrees. Actually perfect conditions for a passing indoor team. So we really think that's an advantage that skews towards the Lions. I think it helps the 49ers as well, but the Lions are predominantly a passing team. Similar to the way the Bills lost to the Chiefs after having beaten them in the regular season, a lot of NFL betting comes down to picking games, comes down to when you're playing a team. We feel like had this game been in Week 11, 49ers were definitely going to be the pick. But right now, injury conditions, Deebo Samuel, we think the Lions are in better shape, especially with that weather. We're taking the Lions here 27-24 in the upset. Next, let's look at the odds. The 49ers favored by 7. Totals number is 51. We think the best play here is we're going to do a combination 1/3 money line dog for the Lions, 2/3 point spread, get it up to 7.5 to get it off that 7.0 key number. That's it for this time. Thanks, everybody, and good luck this week.
That's all for this time. Thank you for joining. Please subscribe to our channel, and we look forward to sharing our future videos with you.